Kelly here, and in today's video we're checking out the latest firmware update for the Melbourne Instruments Nina, which transforms it from a 12-voice 4-part multi-timbral polysynth into a 12-voice 4-track multi-timbral sequencer. It's an incredibly powerful update, and the plan for today's video is to give an overview on how the new sequencer works, and then take a look at some of the presets and patterns which I've been making over the past few weeks. If that sounds good, then please do stick around. Also, please subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, let's dive into the video. So I think the best way to demonstrate this is just to make a new pattern from scratch. So we're going to start by hitting the sequencer button and changing the mode from step sequencer to multi-track sequencer. And now we have an initialized pattern, which by default will allocate 3 voices to each of your 4 tracks. And I'm going to start here by putting the amount of voices on track 1 down to just 1, because I want to use this as a kind of monophonic rhythm or percussive track. And this brings me to one of the first big updates. We now have loads of different types of noise. So I'm going to bring the volume of oscillator 1 down and bring up the noise here. By the way, I'm using a MIDI keyboard just off screen here. And if we hit type, we used to have just white and pink noise, but now we have loads of other options. And we can use all of these sounds to generate really interesting percussive tracks. I quite often like to start just by hitting record and putting some white noise down on every single step. Gives you something sort of easy to work with. And then we can actually edit on a per step basis. So if we hold down step 1, I'm going to hit type, find a nice sort of kick drum sound. And we could do this for every single step and sort of program a really complex pattern. What I actually quite like to do is use the live record, where you hit record and then hit run. Then go into type and just scan through some of the noises. I found that you can create really interesting complex rhythms this way. Next, let's move over to track 2, and we do have some new button combos in this update. And if you email Melbourne Instruments, they will send you out one of these magnetic things to pop on top. But yeah, we're going to go track 2, and I'm going to change the voices on this one down to 1 as well, because I want to record a bass line here. So we can now load up any of our presets. I'm going to go into the basses. Find a nice bass sound, Blaze bass. That's quite nice. And I just want to record something like that, so I'm going to change the length from 16 to 32 steps, and I'm just going to record this in again using the live record. And we can then quantize this by hitting the track button and pressing quantize. And this might be a good opportunity to demonstrate some of the modulations that we can do. I wanted to bring this in. We can do that with live record. if we hit animate, we can actually see the modulation. So that's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. I didn't actually know that you can quantize the movements as well, so that's really interesting. Next, let's go over to layer 3. And I want to find a nice sort of pad sound, so let's load up maybe Jupiter strings. That is nice. So let's record that in again. I'm going to change the length, I think this time to 64, which is the maximum we can go to. And we'll live record that in again. And I'll quantize it. And I think I might bring the volume of that down a little bit. And I'm going to record some of that morphing in. And I think some oscillator 3 could be nice in here. Let's move over to track 4 and maybe find a lead sound. Release the beast. Yes. That's nice. Add a bit of spin to that one. And maybe finally I'll finish off with some effects. I think some reverb would be nice. see how very quickly you can put together these really deep sort of evolving patterns. And once you've got more than one pattern together, you can actually start chaining them together and set the amount of loops that they go through. It's really quite powerful. So I think next we'll take a look at some of the patterns that I've been making over the past few weeks. This pattern is called Hopkins, and something that I forgot to mention in the overview is that we can actually mute the different tracks. So let's leave only the drums and bass, and I think I'm going to add a bit of automation. That we can still play over the top even when our tracks are muted. I've got another pattern here which is almost identical but with some slight changes. So I really quite like leaving a track or two free just to solo over with nothing recorded on it. I'm by no means a keyboard player, but it's still a lot of fun. pattern is called Robots. And I'm actually using a randomizer on one of the sequencers. Let's take a listen to that. I think it's on channel 2. So we can set the direction for each track to be either forwards, backwards, ping pong, or random, which is what I'm doing here. So we can use it to create really generative style music. Enjoyed my first explorations of the new firmware update for Nina. I've had a lot of fun making these presets. The ideas come together really quickly once you get your head around the new workflow. And I do believe, as I mentioned earlier, that you can grab these presets for free on the Melbourne Instruments website. I will leave a link to that down in the description. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, leave a comment. And if you would like to help support my channel, then I do have a Patreon account where I upload extra videos as well as sample packs and preset packs, which you can also grab on my online store. I have a couple of cassettes for sale. You can pick them up on my Bandcamp, and there are some affiliate links down below as well. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all again soon. Take care.